Honorable Minister, the road of Mityana, Kampala Road, within Mityana municipality, was begun in 2020. Up to date, they are still constructing that road. Yeah.
Kampala Mityana.
Kampala Mityana Mubende Road.
Mubende Road.
Mityana municipality. It is under construction from 2020 up to this time. We are wondering, when are you concluding that road? Because it is too dusty and it is causing a lot of accidents. Please work on it. Tell us the date when you're finishing it.
And leave alone the dust, but it needs to be tarmacked. And it is causing a lot of accidents. That is all roads. Joanne.
Thank you.
Members.
Thank you.
Honorable members, can we agree? Can we agree that we agree that we first have a response on what has been raised, then all members who have issues on the roads, let's compile them together, give to the minister. On Thursday, he comes with a response on each of them. Joanne, and then we conclude.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I think the issue of roads is also basically being affected by the lack of equipment in many of the districts and the cities, and this is causing connectivity have a very big challenge. Could the minister also update us on the state or on the issue of road equipments to many of these cities? Madam Speaker, imagine a regional city staying without a road equipment, and yet we have money to work on the roads, but we don't have this equipment.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan. Information.
Madam Speaker.
Amos.
Thank you.
Then Honorable Days.
Thank you, the Right Honorable Speaker. Madam Speaker,
Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, you first wait and we get the people we want.
Honorable
Yes,
Speaker.
one has arrived. Let's have finance.
Madam Speaker, thank you very much. You see, the trouble, the Prime Minister has now turned herself like a post office. Because when you come here, you come with your team to transact business. But every minister let me call. Another minister let me call. So, Madam Speaker, for me the issue, if you
the
follow,
Prime Minister is not the post office. She's not the post office.
I am only saying that she is reducing herself into that by constantly pledging to call. But we need to deal with the most serious issue. If you follow the politics of Africa, you saw what happened in Zimbabwe when a 90-year-old Mugabe was in charge of a country. Things started crumbling. Because once the chief executive is too old, like the one we have, you will have these sorts of problems.
Honorable.
Okay, he's young.
Honorable Ssemuju. I don't know whether it is talking about the chief executive of the country that gives you votes. And if that's what gives you votes, then there's a problem in this country. But as far as we know and we see, our president is leading us very well. And he's not old. He's not old. What has he failed to do? Honorable members, in the VIP gallery this afternoon, we have a delegation of members of staff.
They don't work on the orders of whips. The government whip has just told Parliament that I told the committee chairpersons of the 14 bills.
It's on procedure. Honorable members, it doesn't matter whether it is ordering, directing, or whichever, the whip of a political party has powers to ensure that his or her committees perform as required. Honorable Guzuli,
Madam
example of the bridge between Bukede and Bulambuli, where children have even died. In Kamutur, Bulambuli, children have died. Nothing has been done. We only need a Maram bridge. We don't need even tamaking. So what we are saying, let's get all that written. I can compile all of them in writing, sign it off, and give it to the minister for Monday. All of it, I want, please, including the ferries. Let's simplify it that way. Let's go to the next item, because Jaja might need to go. But before Jaja goes,
Mityana, that the road between Busega up to Mbende is a horrible road. No. I pass there every weekend. The road from Busega to Mityana to a place called Narutuntu is a beautiful road. It is only from Narutuntu, Kiganda, Kienda, Mubende. It is in sort of state of disrepair. But the good news is that the contractor is on site. He one time, oh no, please listen to me.
Honorable Minister, continue.
The contractor Enago project, we must admit there was a bit of a problem of advancing money to him. Now that problem is completed. So you will see in maybe about 3, 4, 5 months, those of you who use that road, you will see a difference.
Thank you.
Now, you asking me a question, Madam Speaker.
I didn't ask you. It was asked by by a member. The House is asking you about the issue of the census.
Oh, the census?
Yes.
Madam Speaker and colleagues, no, I beg, we are preparing a statement. And therefore, I don't want to
Alex, give you... are you listening?
We are preparing a statement. Next week, we'll be here with that statement so that we give you the full facts. Because now if I answer this and that one, that's not good. So I beg your indulgence. Next week, we'll be coming with that statement precisely to tell you what happened.
There is a procedure,
Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the issue of census is a serious one. Census data is what the government needs for planning. And if we look at how things run in this country, a lot of things are going wrong because the decisions we make are based on opinion but not data.
Honorable.
For success of census exercise, you need political leadership. From the submissions of the Honorable Minister, I can see detach between the political leader and the technical people who implement these things. Yesterday, Madam Speaker... Honorable,
if I could cut you short. The minister has not made any statement on census.
I don't know how many years he has made today, but I'm sure there are very many. And so we wish you...
He's just sweet 16.
Okay, so he's young. Honourable Speaker, the issue I want to raise actually falls within his docket. Yesterday I teased it out, but we agreed since there was absence of colleagues on the front bench. This side, we said let's tease it out today. In carrying out our critical mandate of oversight, keeping government in check, the entities we keep going to. So last week on Monday 7th, together with some colleagues, we went to Amuru district in northern Uganda to Atiak sugar factory. Good enough, they did welcome us. Unlike Rocco, which I was giving you an update about, they took taxpayers' money, but they don't want to be held accountable. But that we shall probably pursue as we go along. But with specificity to Atiak sugar factory, there's a couple of concerns, right, Honourable Speaker, and hopefully the Minister of Finance and government generally can provide some answers. The taxpayer has so far injected 553.71 billion shillings into the Atiak sugar factory project. This is a project that excited many people because it sounded good, it set out well. Good for northern Uganda, people going to get jobs, good for Uganda generally. Along the way, there is too many unanswered questions that need answers because this is money too much. The factory is not operational, Honourable Speaker, over the years, and they are not sure when they will get to operate and produce sugar. They have their own concerns and frustrations as well towards government, just like we have our concerns about the project generally and government's involvement and all of that. Honourable Speaker, the company actually spends money on a daily basis, even though there's no sugar being produced, because they run machines.
Honourable Law.
Yes, right, Honourable Speaker.
How I wish you could give us the report of your tour from day Atiak, Rocco, where, so that it becomes part of the record of this house. And you will be able to respond to the issues that you're raising when it is a record on this house.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Actually, that's what I was planning, to do the comprehensive one. But I thought
you can even do in the video
out, very quickly some of these issues so that he prepares a response. So I wanted to give a 3-minute summary. I'll present the lengthy one for our records and all of that. But I thought I would tease these ones out, also for him to put his technical people on notice to get him all the information that he requires. It will just take 3 minutes, Right Honourable Speaker. Now, the company is frustrated because UDC's presence seems to be absent, because UDC is there on our behalf. They are saying we don't see them, we don't know what's happening. They say they don't have raw materials. They are looking to having all the machinery present for them to be able to operate. One of the questions that the minister needs to answer: does government actually have shares in this company? If so, how many shares? To what tune? We need to know.
And which type of shares?
Exactly. How are we ensuring that the investment of taxpayers accrues a return, that there is a return on the taxpayer money, the 553 billion shillings? Because they're not producing sugar, and yet money has been injected. And has been the habit, Right Honourable Speaker, almost every year there is a request for more money to this entity. And as I mentioned to the management of the entity, I'm interested in that company being functional as opposed to collapsing. Why? Because taxpayers' money has been injected there. If it collapses, we lose 553.7 billion shillings. So we want it to be functional, but we don't know what's happening. And Right Honourable Speaker, as you have guided, there will be a lengthy one, but I thought I would tease these ones out for the minister to get set, to update this house, to update the country, so that we know what's happening. with this taxpayers' money that was injected in this project. Thank you for now.
Thank you. You're giving information.
And given a free and fair hearing. Lastly, Madam Speaker, I also pray that the government explains the whereabouts of the presidential advisor, Mr. Ayeranga Michael Christopher. I submit, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable, thank you.